Ladies and gents, it's not Wednesday, it's Saturday, and I've missed 2 weeks in a row. So we're going to get back on track here today. Sorry about that. I have found that pregnancy is making me into a zombie. I forget things on a daily, and I am also extremely exhausted all the time. Hey, go on, get out. Gotta kick the dog out. Sorry. So I'm gonna update you guys on two topics, and then hopefully I will be back on track with everything this Wednesday. And again, this room is such a mess right now. In the process of moving, I will be moving next Saturday. So yeah. So hopefully this mess will be under control by that time. So we will see. Um, So last week, Samantha's topic was for us to talk about if we've ever felt discriminated against because of our weight. And I will say, yes, I have been. There are a lot of situations that I've been in where I've been discriminated against, considering my weight. And even after I lost a lot of weight, I still feel like I deal with those issues. My most memorable moment, I believe, was when I was flying back home from Chicago when we all went up to go visit Amy. And it was a very crowded plane on the way back, and I had people sitting next to me, and I was much bigger at that time. And of course, like a lot of me was going over the armrests into their seats. And I felt bad because I know that, being on a plane, it's already crowded anyway, but I shouldn't have to feel bad for occupying space. Um, Thankfully, it was a short flight, so I didn't have to deal with it too long. But yeah, it's a very uncomfortable situation because you get a lot of stares, you get a lot of looks, and people didn't specifically say anything to me, but I felt it. Like, that's what a lot of people don't realize is you don't have to say anything to hurt someone's feelings. The looks can do it alone. And so I didn't really say anything. I kind of just kept mute about it and just, you know, worked my way through it. And as soon as that plane landed, I was up and out of my seat and ready to get off that plane. So yeah, there's been other times when I've been at the grocery store or something, or somebody will make a comment and say something like, "Hey, get out of the way," or they'll give you a dirty look, like that you're occupying the space that they want to be in, and it's disheartening and it's a little frustrating. I'm sure at this point, since I've lost some weight, I probably would react differently. And I probably would step up and say something, especially if I saw it happening to somebody else who was bigger than me. Um, I probably would say something to the person who was discriminating against them and give my little peace of mind, because I've found that I've gained more confidence in the way that I approach other people. If I see something that's happening that is not that I don't agree with, I am going to say something. And in the past, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just, like I did on the plane, I would have just stayed quiet and not said anything. So I definitely think if it happened again, I would react differently. I do know that there was another example where I wouldn't say discriminated against, but judged. And it was by my gynecologist that I had before this OB. When I told the previous gynecologist that I was thinking about getting pregnant. This was last year, when I went in for my yearly exam, and she was like, well, you might want to think about losing some weight. You might want to, because you're at risk of high blood pressure, all of this stuff, which I understand completely. But she did give me some dirty looks, and it was a little uncomfortable. And I just told her, I was like, it's really funny that you should say that because I just lost 250 pounds. So how much more weight do you want me to lose in order to have a healthy pregnancy? So I didn't keep my mouth shut. I just went ahead and said something. So yeah. So this week's topic, is Nancy's topic, and she wants us to talk about friendships. First question was, are friendships important to you? Yes, they're extremely important to me. Outside of my relationship with Patrick, my girlfriends are my rocks, you know. And I agree a whole bunch with Samantha on two different things. First of all, I have a lot of friends that, you know, it'll be a year, maybe 2 years that go by that I don't talk to them on a regular basis. But when we get back together, they pop up on my radar, just like she said. It's like nothing changed since the last time I saw them. It's like we pick up the conversation right where we left off and just continue on with things like nothing happened. That's one of the things that I love about my friendships, is that you can kind of progress and go on just like you saw them yesterday. And I feel like that with our girls here, like anytime we have a trip or something like that, like we get together and I feel like it's just like nothing changed, like we're picking up right where we left off. Also, the other thing that Samantha had said is that she has different friends for different things. And I totally can relate to that, because the only other thing I disagree with is I do have best friends. I have several best friends, but they're best friends because they were there at certain stages in my life, and I turn to them for certain things. And it was so funny because I had 3 of my best friends that came to my wedding, and it was really funny because they all reacted differently to me, and I all interact with them differently, but they don't really interact with each other. And it's kind of funny. It's interesting to see. But yes, I totally agree with Samantha on that. Like, I have different best friends for different moods, different things that I want to talk about, different issues. I go to different people. And of course, my best friend is Patrick. And I mean, it's the same thing. I feel, Samantha, like when you have a spouse, I mean, you share everything with them. I mean, you're sharing 99.9% of your life with this person because you live with them, and it's only natural for you to share everything with them. And that's what you should do. There shouldn't be any secrets between spouses. And then the other part of that, she said, is, do you make an effort to stay connected with friends? Is this something you feel you struggle with? I would say yes, I do make an effort to a certain point. Life gets in the way and things happen. And if you do have friendships like that, I do believe you can pick up right where you left off. I feel like friendships that can't survive that and can't handle that type of situation, I don't feel like they're strong enough. And I have found that as I've gotten older, I haven't felt the need of making new friends and new connections, because I feel like I have those 7 connections that Samantha was talking about, those 7 physical connections with people, not only with friends, but with family as well. So I don't know. I have phased into that part of my life where I'm like, as rude as it sounds, it's like, I don't need to make any new friends. I'm good, because I've made the friends that I need to make for my life. And then also, are female friendships important to have? Yes, I feel like female friendships are very important to have. Majority of my friendships are with females, aside from Patrick. And I feel like it's always been that way. Always growing up, I've always been friends with girls. I've had a couple guy friends, but it's never been the majority. It's always been women. But I do feel like women do have to stick together. I feel like having that strong female bond is very important. So I think that's probably why most of my friendships are with women. But yeah, I think I have rambled on enough. I've almost made a 10-minute video. So I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and bye.